Okay, my friends, here it is. The Monday live stream here at the Garden Like a Viking headquarters at the Thrive Like a Viking headquarters. What do you think? I'm feeling like that's going to be the new name, Thrive Like a Viking. Thank you guys very much for the birthday wishes. Yes, I typically don't make a big deal about the birthday, it's just kind of another day. I mean, I always feel the same all the time in every situation. So, I just feel grounded and whole and good all the time. So it doesn't really, it's not like, oh, today's my birthday. I mean, it's great. I used to get like that with, when I was younger, of course. My mom always had and still has a way of making sort of just kind of average things seem really exciting. I have so many memories as a kid and stuff, just doing things that now is like, they were like free and they didn't require a lot of stuff or money and things. But yeah, it was so exciting because my mom made it that way. She made it exciting. And those are great memories. So, okay, guys, let me know where you're at, where you're coming from. And I think we will get into a little meditation here in a little bit with just a quickie 10-minute meditation. And so that we can touch base and practice the practice that hopefully you are also practicing on your own. This is important because it's the frequency of practice that matters, not so much the intensity, but the frequency. That's what matters when you're talking subconscious reconditioning. So Val says, happy Viking birthday. Yes, thank you, Val. Old School says, good morning. Good morning, my friend. Melody Lyons, thank you for the happy birthday. Vera, thank you. PA, yes, good to see you. Thank you. Borderline crazy. Let's see, what is that little emoji? Is that just a little kind of not really sure? You feeling shy? You feeling kind of in a shell? What is that? Brian, what's up, my friend? Good morning, Nate and all. Happy birthday, fine sir. Thank you very much. I was going to say same to you, but that doesn't really make sense today, does it? So, hey, we're live. We're live. How many of you guys do live broadcasts? Because it's a whole different kind of experience when you can't take back anything that you say. You have to have like a special kind of filter because there's a lot of things I want to say, but I know are not appropriate for this medium, and so it's like a filter, you have to, but it's like a real time, 100% right now filter. And you don't get a chance to go back. So you have to be like careful with what you say, but yet you have to let stuff flow. So yeah. Taida says, I used to draw and chat live. Ooh, yeah, I bet that would be cool. Definitely. Doing the henna, that'd be super cool. Borderline Crazy says, happy birthday, my guy. Yes, thank you. Ursula, happy 38th. Yes, thank you. Still in my 30s, guys. Haha. It's watching on my phone. Okay, Borderline Crazy. Oh, that's right. That is my friend from back in the day, right? Yes. Yes, Taida, I'm here to get centered before our first quail harvest. Nice. So you are raising the quail. Nice. You're going to harvest them. That is good. Do you have maybe put pictures somewhere? I don't know if you want to put pictures of that, but I would like to see it. Gary Taproot. There's that good last name again. Good morning, everyone. I just want to say that these meditations and learning the concept of now has helped me immensely. Thank you for sharing, my friend. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about, Gary. Melody, okay, you're in Arkansas. Oh, man, you're in Arkansas. I know it's blazing hot there. Oh, man. I've been looking at the forecast. It's just crazy hot. 100 degrees and 90% humidity and stuff. Just, to me, that is a literal interpretation of what hell may be like as far as weather, because I was in South Arkansas in March, and it was hot and humid. So, okay, let's see here. Be effective. Okay, glorious day of birth to you. Thank you, Mom General. And, okay, guys, so let us, raw is live is raw. Yes. Oh, yeah. Live is raw. Definitely. No doubt. And so we're going to start the new channel here pretty soon. I'm thinking it's best to because I still get so many questions on the master cleanse and stuff, but I want to like move away from the master cleanse. So that's 4/5 of the subscribers on this channel are they just want to know how to do the Beyonce diet, you know, to lose a bunch of weight real fast, which is not what the master cleanse was designed for and stuff. But I know this over the past few years because Beyonce sort of popularized the master cleanse and used it as a way to lose a bunch of weight real fast, which is just not cool in my opinion. Totally missing the point. That's a side effect. But so, you know, and all those subscribers they don't really care about this kind of stuff. I just want to start a community of people that are into this, fully awakening. That is all that matters, really. Pam, live in the now is our legacy and thrive like a Viking. I love it. Thriving like a Viking. Yes, I like that. Okay, guys. So, thank you, Rosa. Let us get into the meditation. All right. So we are going to start the meditation. And no matter where you're at or whatever you're doing, you can do it. Even if you're in a busy marketplace or if you are, no matter where you're at, you can bring the attention to the breath. Okay. So let us just do a little 10 minutes. So sit in a position that is comfortable to you, in a position that where the back is straight. It does not have to be the lotus position, but cross-leg on the ground is very good. You're firmly rooted to the earth. It feels wonderful. You're grounded. That's the good position, especially in the beginning. So, but then after that, you know, then you can meditate in any different position as you're moving and all kinds of stuff. But at first, let us just sharpen the mind utilizing this ancient techniques. So we will sit in a comfortable position with the spine straight, and we will all together take a few deep conscious breaths, and we will breathe fully in. Hold for a moment and let it go. Again, breathing fully in. Hold and let it go. Again, breathing fully in as deeply as you can. Hold. Hold. And let it go. Okay. Now, let us allow the breath to return to its natural, normal state. Allow the body to breathe naturally and normally. No need to make any effort to breathe in any particular way during this meditation. Give control of the breathing back to the intelligence of the body. With your eyes gently closed, breathing in and breathing out. During this meditation, there is no need to think of anything. There is no need to plan for the future. There is no need to remember the past. None of that matters right now. We are here now. It doesn't matter what role you have to play in your day-to-day life. You don't have to play any role here, not right now. The now is always free. Breathing in, become aware of the sensation of air as it flows past your nostrils and into the body and back out of the body. Breathing in, feel the lungs as they expand and fill with air. Feel the lungs when they are nice and full. And then just allow the air to fall back out of the body. We are not thinking of anything in particular. Don't even try to make sense of the words I'm saying. Just allow the brain to do that naturally for you. No need to make any effort at all. Just notice. Feel the life force energy as it flows into the body and out. When you find that the mind has wandered away to something else, it has started planning what you have to do later. It has started remembering an argument you had 5 days ago. All of these thoughts are useless right now. Just allow them to pass out of the mind like a cloud that is passing in the sky. And bring your attention back to the sensation of air as it flows in and out. That is all. If there are noises in your environment, don't pay them any energy. Just notice, observe them, and bring the attention back to the life force as it flows in and out of the body. Notice every part of the breath. From the initial expansion of the chest, the way that the chest rises, the shoulders move slightly, and you breathe in nice, rich air. The body is so appreciative. And you breathe out the waste from the body. Feel the gravity as it holds you to the earth. We're almost finished, so really focus your energies. Make an effort that is like a non-effort. You don't have to do anything. You just feel the breath as it sustains you. Notice as the mind becomes quiet and the breathing slows to a fine rhythm, how naturally joyous and pleasant you feel. Just notice and observe. This is the natural state of feeling alive. Altogether, let us take a few deep, conscious breaths where we breathe fully in as deeply as you can. Hold and let it go. Again, fully in. Hold and let it go. Again, fully in. Hold. Hold. Let it go. Now, as you gently open your eyes and you come back to the world of the senses, notice how you can now keep some of your attention rooted in the sensation of being alive. After just a couple of weeks of practice, many of you will be able to already notice this sense of grounded presence that is developing within you. And as you open your eyes and you begin engaging in the conversation again, notice how you can keep part of the attention always anchored in the breath, in the body, in the now. And as you practice this more frequently and more, it becomes stronger and stronger until there comes a point when it is your default pattern and you become present. And you are presence. You feel alive in the body. This is so good for the body. The body loves this kind of attention. Because remember, guys, where attention goes, energy flows. And when we put the attention on the breath and in the body and in the sensation of feeling alive and whole, this is very healing type of energy for the body and for the mind. So as often as you can practice this is very important. The frequency. When you are standing in line somewhere, instead of allowing all of your attention to flow outwards, direct the attention inwards, even with your eyes open as you're standing in line, and you feel the sensation of air as it flows into the body and out. Feel the gravity holding you to the earth. Feel the blood circulating and nourishing the body. All of this to the very subtle things. Even if it's just for a few breaths, if you practice this often, you are going to have the greatest amount of transformation. Yes. So this is when I really found, many years ago now, this is when I really found everything changed. When I would go from doing a group meditation on maybe once a week for an hour. An hour is a long time in meditation. I mean, most people can't sit with their own mind for seconds, not even seconds, before they have to focus the attention outward somewhere. They have to get on their phone, or they have to be talking with someone, or they have to be flipping through a magazine, or they have to be, fidgeting. They can't just sit with themselves because all that energy is always going outwards. And so if it's directed inwards for even a second, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It startles them. And so so an hour can seem like a lifetime. I mean, 20 minutes is actually, can seem like a lifetime. And there's no need for that at first. At first, there's no need to sit for marathon meditation sessions. When I first was meditating back in the day, I went to a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I made a video about it on my Travel Like a Viking channel. But I went to a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat where we meditated for 10 hours a day for 10 days in a row. And even though it sounds, you hear that, you say, oh, that'll be great. I'll get so deep into meditation. I'll be so relaxed. Everything will be so wonderful. Not a care in the world because all your meals are prepared for you, everything. And you think, oh, that's just going to be so wonderful. I can just focus on meditation, really make progress because there's no responsibilities. 10 days off work and don't have to make my own meals. Yeah. I know it seems like that, but then you go there and it turns out day one, hour one, turns out to be the most difficult thing you've ever tried to do in your life. And you think, I've got 9.5 more days of this. There's no way I could do this. And so, but you just keep doing it. And you go to the meditations and the body is hurting and the mind is freaking out after several days of it. And you're silent. It's a noble silence during these 10-day retreats. You can look them up. They're run by S.N. Goenka, and although he's passed now. But that's who it's through audio recordings and stuff. But they also have a live teacher there. And man, the mind was just freaking out over several days because it's noble silence. You don't talk to anyone. So that was the first time in my life I had gone 10 days without speaking to anyone or reading anything or watching any kind of, at that point I was still watching television and stuff. It was before cell phones, so I didn't have that to deal with. But man, I was losing my mind. It was just unbelievable until like about day 7. Then I really had a sort of my first miniature awakening to the realization that that it was all here and now. It's hard to describe realization, the way that things feel, but just suffice it to say that there was like a sort of what I called at the time like a breakthrough. It felt this way. And after that, it was like, okay, I understood more what silence was, what the mind was about. And it just leads you to a whole layer, a level of introspection that you never had before. Well, watch the video on my other channel, Travel Like a Viking. It's called, I took a vow of silence for 10 days and meditated, something like that. And I describe it in theatrical terms. So kind of illustrate it. That's why maybe you'll find it useful. But let's see here. Freebird says, that was beautiful. Felt grounded. Yes, I'm glad you did, my friend. Let's see. VA Green says, just clicked on YouTube and it's surprise birthday party for Nate. Happy birthday party. Yeah. Thank you very much, my friend. We just had a nice little birthday meditation. And PA says, Wim Hof states in a video that they can show on brain scans that his breathing technique for 15 minutes a day has the same positive effects like a trained yogi meditating 4 to 6 hours. What's your thoughts on that? Well, the Wim Hof method is phenomenal, is fantastic. I do it every day. I mean, with slight, it's sort of morphed into my own thing now. But Wim was many years ago now, was the first that exposed me to the cold. The cold exposure is so powerful. Oh my goodness. In what it does with rewiring the mind and the brain. And so, yeah, I believe that the breathing techniques, they do have an intense, I do them every morning. I do the breath breathing techniques. I do the breath retention. Every morning. It takes about 20 minutes, give or take, 25 minutes. And then I do about 20 minutes of calisthenics. And so that hour-long routine has just been phenomenal. I mean, it has been just game-changing for the past 2 years. And it's... So the breathing techniques are very, very powerful, and they sort of expedite a lot of the mental processes. But there's no way that you can say, in my opinion, there's no way you can say it has the same effect as meditating for 4 to 6 hours. That doesn't, because meditation is so subjective. And I used to be all about the marathon, because I'm a person of extremes. I'm a person of what is classically defined as addictive behavior, but I define it as just intense focus, and so, but you have to direct the focus towards something. Otherwise, it can be directed towards self-destructed things, So over all these years, I've learned how to direct that focus, how to work with the inferno, within. What's up, my friend Love Waters? Yes. So we're just talking about the Wim Hof and all of this. And so, yes, the fire within me would consume everything in life. But then once you learn how to direct it, this is so important. And so there was a time in life when I was really focused on the marathon meditations, and I was several hours with the monks. I would go to the Indiana Buddhist temple and we would just several hours of meditation. And then we would, do a little, like some chanting and things, and then go right back into meditation and stuff. And so I thought that was where it was at. I thought that the length of time that you spent in meditation was, it was going to get me somewhere. I was going to achieve some kind of thing. But over many years of practice and learning about that, I come to understand that, it can happen in an instant. It doesn't matter. Just because someone can sit in a position and focus on their breath or whatever it is for several hours doesn't mean that they are liberated in any way. Doesn't necessarily mean that. And so for real awakening, real and ultimately liberation, it doesn't matter if you can sit in meditation for 5 hours. That's not even necessary. Maybe for some people it feels like it, and maybe it is. But I've known a lot of really serious meditation practitioners that are not in any way liberated from the self. They have not come into contact with the capital S, with the ultimate self. They're not self-actualized, and this is obvious. But yet they are meditation masters. So it really has to do with the frequency of practice and the relation, how you relate to this moment. That is really the only thing that matters, because only this moment exists. So Robert Udvari says, hello, Nate. Would you tell us about the stickers on the wall? The stickers on the wall, yes, these are all note cards because I am the kind of person, I want to see things all, I need to see it all out. If it's all stuffed away in a Google Drive or in a filing cabinet, it just doesn't compute to my mind, really. And so these are all ideas, video ideas, a lot of them. This is storyline for the book. This is... they're all just different ideas, things that are once I write it down, then I can catalog it. I don't need to keep thinking about it. So, and then, oh no, I'm going to forget it if I don't keep thinking about it. So I love to have everything out so that I can see it all like that. So very, very useful for me. And this is all sound deadening material, just like insulation. So I put it up there to deaden the sound. Also works as a good tack board. Sonia, thank you for the happy birthday wish. Appreciate it. Mark628 says, happy birthday, Nate. Been watching you for a while now. Been shy to comment, but at this point, all you guys feel like family. Oh, that's cool, Mark. Well, you are totally welcome to comment, man. That's what it's all about, the energy. You know, this is why I like this kind of format, because we're just freestyling. And so we don't really know where it's going to go exactly, but like some people say comments and then we all of a sudden, can go down a certain path and we can uncover different kind of knowledge. It's really great. Brian says, my wife and myself have started meditating every day. Our life has been difficult lately, and it has helped. This has brought peace back to us. Much thanks for the knowledge and peace. You are very welcome, my friend. You are very welcome. I know how important this is because there was a time in life when my mind was the most chaotic battleground that I'd ever known. My mind had become my own worst enemy, and there was no peace. There was no peace. At least I didn't think there was, although now I understand there's always peace at the deeper levels, but I didn't know how to go that deep. I wasn't that deep yet. I was just splashing around on the surface of my soul. I had not gone to the depth, to the one, and so once that happened, though, then there's always a wellspring of peace and serenity. There's always contentment. It's always there. That's our natural state. That is our natural state. You were designed to thrive. You were not designed to feel depressed and sick and lonely and like you have no purpose in life. That is not how we were designed to be. We were designed to feel actualized, to feel a sense of life flowing through us. This is how we were designed to thrive. Every animal in nature is designed to thrive. Only humans, because we've become possessed by this entity of the mind, this ego, this I thought, this thought that I am a being separate from everything, that I am an individual, that I exist. This thought, this illusion we call the ego, this delusion. And this is what has separated us. And this is what has caused the chaos. This is why so many people don't feel the sense of peace and thriving and wellness. That is our birthright. It is our natural state. It's always there. But the good news is you can always get back there. It will, depending on where you are, it may take some time and some practice, definitely. At first, it will seem like work and effort, but then there comes a time when it becomes your default pattern and you are just connected. And so there is that waiting for you, my friend. And let's see here. So I'm glad that this is working for you, Brian. Taida says, I have Post-its all over my kitchen with crazy recipe ideas, quotes that inspire me, love notes from my kids when they were small. Aw, it's like my brain is all out there. Yes, I understand that completely. And for several years, I write things down that I want to repeat because hopefully you guys have all read or listened to the book at this point, Self-Mastery Through Conscious Autosuggestion by Emile Coué. And I don't know if it will impact you like it did me when I first read it, though, because of where I was at in life and things like this. But I was ripe for that. I was ready for that, primed for that kind of knowledge awakening, to the understanding that of how to communicate with the subconscious, and that the subconscious dominates your life. 95% of your life is determined by the subconscious. Only 5% is by our thinking mind. And yet most people identify completely with the thinking mind. They think that I am the thinking mind and that I am the thoughts and that I am this. No. Once you learn how to communicate with the subconscious, then you get power to change and to feel and to grow. And but it was after reading that book and then several others, then The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. Yes, read that as well. Of course, read the classic, As a Man Thinketh. Also, all of his other books that he wrote back in the day. And then, so I was writing things and putting them all over because I understood that what you say to yourself in the mind, the self-talk, the commentator in the head, what you repeatedly say to yourself becomes your reality. And I know that sounds not possible. That doesn't make sense until you experience this. That doesn't make sense. That's it. Okay, okay. So I'll just say over and over, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. No, that's not quite how it works. It is the dominant image that is held in the mind, guys. Because the brain stores information as images. Remember this. The brain stores information not as words, as images. And so it is the image in the mind that you hold that is going to sooner or later materialize into the external experience, what appears to be the external experience. Although when you go deeper and deeper, you find there is no difference. There is no inner world as opposed to an outer world. There is only now, here. But at first it seems like there's an inner world, and then you open your eyes, and then that's the outer world. But I would, yes, I would say them out loud. You don't have to say it out loud. You can say it to yourself in your mind. And once you start observing this, you will see that that's already how your mind is functioning a lot. That you say to yourself, I'm hungry, and then you're like hungry more and more. Or I'm cold, and you'll find the self-talk that you're saying to yourself. You're auto-suggesting, or I can't think of any right now, but just the commentator in the head, But some people don't even understand that there is a commentator in the head because they're so deeply identified with it that they don't even understand. They're like, what do you mean the commentator in the head? They don't even see the incessant stream of thoughts that is just flowing through the mind, just being fed in there from one thing to the next. Oh, I'm kind of thirsty. Oh, I wonder when this is going to be done. What am I going to do later? Oh, I can't believe that she is wearing that. Oh my gosh. This and that, blah, blah, blah. Just a nonstop. Okay, who's going to pick up the kids on Thursday? Okay, so then what are we going to have for dinner? Okay, the mind just keeps going like this, going like this. Most people don't even know that there is a commentator. But meditation practitioners, of course, will see that there is the commentator. And we call this commentator the ego. But all of your thoughts, your desires, your beliefs, it all comes from the subconscious mind. And you can redirect and recondition your subconscious mind with auto-suggestions, what you say repeatedly. Repetition is the key. And so I would write things all over the place, like this one. I'll get one down. And see, done is better than perfect. Okay? There was a time when I was first coming back into my mind that I would overly focus on things. I was not, I didn't know how to discern what was important, what was actually important in comparison to what is not that important. So it would take me forever to do things, and I would never get things completed. I would never get much done. Because I had it in my mind, it had to be perfect because it was a reflection on me, and so I need others to see that I am got my stuff together. I need others to see that I can do this and that, and then because and this was all subconscious, but it was because I wanted them to think that I had my stuff together and that I was really smart and all of this, so that I could feel that I had my stuff together and that I was really smart. I was looking to, because I was still functioning from the ego. And so I was looking to the opinion of other people subconsciously, of course. Consciously, I would deny it. I was like, I don't care what other people think. But that's not true. At that point in life, I still very much cared subconsciously because I needed them to tell me what I was worth. I needed them so whatever they thought, whatever I thought that they thought about me is how I felt about myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is the opposite of how of how life flows through me now. But I needed this back then. Done is better than perfect. Don't worry about making it perfect. Just get up and do it. Okay? You'll learn as you go along. So many times I was like, man, I need to do more research, and I need to learn more about it, and I need to get this other, I'll just put that off until I can get the perfect piece of equipment or the supply, whatever it is, But then I realized I was never getting anything done. I was not progressing in life. And so then this became my mantra. And so I put it up on the wall, and every time I see it, I would say it. Done is better than perfect. Done is better. Just get doing it. Get it done and you'll learn. and you'll make mistakes, but who cares? And once I started realizing the wholeness within me, I no longer cared how other people see me. I mean, really, actually didn't care, even on a subconscious level. Because once you realize your wholeness within you, you don't need the confirmation of anyone else. You don't need praise from anyone else. You might get praise from other people. That's great. But it's not, you don't need that to feel who you are, because you already know what you are. You're already whole and complete. You're a divine being. You are the divine. Everything. I mean, there's no separation. So at first you want to put these things up, and other things, other sayings that I have up there is like, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. Okay? And I would over and over, what I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. And so that those kind of things, just repeat and observe and do. And that all is subconscious reconditioning. Let's see. Amex says, no further need for external validation. That's exactly right. Because you can't get more validated than you are. I mean, when you realize the wholeness, the divine within you, then what would I need anyone? I'm already as validated as I can get, And also, once you go to the depth and you see yourself, the capital S, once you see the self, that there's only one self, and that there's not multiple different beings. You are me, and I am you. But to understand that on an experiential level, and once we experience that, the unity of all things, then it's like, well, okay, it doesn't matter, because there are no others. There is no one else. There's only the one. And so it doesn't really matter what the other people are thinking, because it's just you like thinking about yourself in a way. Let's see here. Taida says, if you have time, could you add an Amazon link to that book? Yes. Which one? I'll add an Amazon link to a number of them. Mark says, I use the same breathing technique to help me fall asleep fast when my mind can't seem to settle down. With this technique, I can also get into lucid dream state easier as well. Oh man, lucid dreams are wonderful. Wonderful. I lucid dream all the time. I mean, yeah, to a crazy degree, where it's like I look forward to going to bed, because it's like, all right, what kind of just awesome adventure can we have tonight? Not every night, of course, but several times a week. And I always love flying, and I always love resurrecting, like my grandpa, and my great grandma, Tana. I always have conversations with them and stuff, and knowing that it's a dream, but you're there. It is so real. I mean, every bit as real as this right here, in the way that it feels. So it's fantastic, yeah. Let's see here. All the books. Yeah, I will. PA says, you learn how to cut down trees by cutting down trees. African proverb. I really love that one. Yes, and that is, can be yes, that's a good way to put it. You learn how to cut down trees by cutting down trees, by doing it. You learn how to do something by doing it. Done is better than perfect. And what I do, I understand. Yes. And then another quote from Bob Proctor. Do you remember the late Bob Proctor? Start doing the thing in order to have the energy to do the thing. He used to say that over and over, meaning so many people will just go around in their mind and just thinking, oh God, I got to do this today. Or, oh, I know I got to write a book, or I got to start a YouTube channel, or I got to make content, or I got to go to work, or I got to build this thing. There's all this stuff that I got to do. I just don't have the energy for it. No, you got to stop that thought process. It's cyclical. So you have to just stop it and get up and move and start doing the thing. And then you will have the energy in order to do the thing. That's what he means by that quote. And at the time I was like, yeah, right, man, I had lost my lust for life. I mean, I was over life. I was in about a year-long dark night of the soul. And I was just neither coming nor going. I was just in a state of anhedonia, where I just couldn't feel. I couldn't feel anything. I didn't feel any kind of joy whatsoever, but I also didn't feel really terrible. I just didn't feel. It was just in a state of suspended animation. It was so awful. And it lasted like a year, and so I needed all this stuff at that time. Was telling myself, okay, I couldn't, it was just all I could do I just didn't do anything hardly, because I didn't have my soul was just weak and sick, and it was just done with life, man. And so, but yet there was a spark deep within me that was like, no, this is just the beginning for you, my friend. Do not fear. Just stay completely pure in your intentions and what you put in your body, and everything is going to work out, and you will see. And this is what just kept being told to me like this. And so that's exactly what I did from that moment forward. I just stayed totally pure. And now after some time of that, then you gain momentum and everything starts to work. And now when I think of something I have to do, bam, I can do it. Let's just do it. Get it done. Now it becomes your default pattern, and you can do so many things. And it's so not a huge drag. Your day-to-day life isn't just a big drag and stuff. So you feel just so happy to be alive. But I don't know. What brought you, Val says, what brought you out of that funk? What brought me out of it was going into it completely. Because for several years, it had been, the dark night of the soul had been calling to me from the background of life, but I was like running from it. I was doing all kinds of things, substances and traveling things and very brief relationships, with women. And so very brief is a polite way to put it. And all of these kind of things, I was running from all of that for so long, trying to focus the energy outwards. And so I thought that it would get better and I would get out of that funk, but I didn't. It just dug me deeper and deeper into it until I just finally threw up my hands, and just life brought me down to my knees. And I just said, okay, well, I'm just done. I'm done running. I'm done running. I'm done coping. I'm done with little coping mechanisms. I'm done with all these little destructive behavior patterns. I'm done just not. I just felt like I had so much more potential than just what I had become. And so if you keep doing what you've been doing, you will keep getting what you've been getting. And that is exactly what my life was like. And so I had to stop doing what I was doing. So I just stopped everything. And I fortunately enough, I had just enough money saved up at that time from doing what I was doing in Northern California that I could live for a couple of years, very frugally, but without having to like earn income. So that was really nice. Very, very frugally, of course, growing my own stuff and all that. But it worked out perfectly. And so and that's when I really went deep into the meditation practices. Again, all the practices, they were involved in bringing me out of the funk, but they weren't the cause. The cause was that feeling that I described earlier, that if you just stay pure and you just keep your head straight and you just let the energy flow through you and function from the heart instead of the mind anymore, then everything will work out great. And so I started seeing that living like that, it does work out great. Things do start to work out great. And then once you become convinced of that, then you build the belief in that, in flowing from the heart and not questioning, with the mind, not trying to analyze if this is going to be the right step and going back and forth and back and forth. Is this the right way? Or the indecision is one of the greatest demoralizers of mankind. It is indecision. Going back and forth and back, I don't know, and back and forth. No, man, that I had to get rid of all of that, and I had to just start flowing from the heart, and that made it so that I didn't have to question. Is this the right way or not? Because I already knew it was. Because my mantra, my prayer, my one deep mantra that I said all the time and still say all the time. Infinite Spirit goes before me and opens the way. Infinite wisdom tells me what to do and what to say. This is the only mantra you need, my friends. Infinite spirit goes before me and opens the way. Infinite wisdom tells me what to do and what to say. And this is so true. I mean, I've said it a billion times now, but the mind eventually grabs hold of this and it sees that this is the way of reality. Infinite spirit goes before me and opens the way. The way, with a capital T and W. The way. It becomes clear. It is made for you. When you start flowing from the heart, life has a way of just clearing the way for you. And so you're not trying to force life and strong arm life and gotta do this and gotta do that. No, you just flow because infinite spirit goes before you and it opens the way for you. You're being guided. You're being directed. Yes, this way. And then infinite wisdom tells me what to do and what to say. So when you purify your intentions and your heart truly, then infinite wisdom is what flows through you. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to have a filter on saying, is this the right thing to say or right thing to not? It's always the right thing to say. When you're flowing from the heart, it's always the right thing to say. You don't have to even think about it because it's infinite wisdom that is talking through you. And this is the greatest mantra. And this is what I recommend. Definitely. Definitely. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Borderline Crazy says, man, love your video. Thank you. We have to get together sometime. I'm late for an appointment. I'll catch you soon. Happy birthday. It's so great to listen to your videos. Keep thriving. Thank you very much, my friend. I wish the same thriving energy to you. Running into the late 30s. Yes, here we are. Mark says, for a month now, I've been having the most vivid dreams that I remember all of when I wake up. Oh, isn't that wonderful? I know. Let's see here. And off topic, anyone else living in a hot and dry climate have a stuffed nose during the summer? Is it dust? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Here, we still got smoke from the wildfires in Canada, which is crazy. As far as I know, there aren't any wildfires going around. Yeah, I mean, dryness definitely can irritate the passages. TC, you have been a blessing. Thank you, Nate. Just keep being you, never stop. Thank you very much for the encouragement, my friend. That's definitely what is going to be happening. There's no doubt about that. This is what we're doing, you know. And so I'm just open to where things will go. You know, that's why I like doing these videos and stuff, because this is wonderful practice of just letting the infinite spirit and the infinite wisdom tell me what to do and what to say. Exactly. So you just let it flow. And the more you let it flow, the better that you get at it and the more comfortable it gets. And it's just a compounding. Everything is compounding. The more that you do it, the better everything gets. Marcel, what's up, my friend? Says, happy beginning of existence day for you, Sensei. Much love and happiness to you. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you. And let's see. Rosa Aria says, pure thoughts to match your white attire. Yes, absolutely. Pure. That is beautiful, Nate. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you are very welcome, Pam. Thank you for being here. That's such a great mantra, says Taida. Yes, it's the only one that I feel like anyone even needs. So Amek says, like redirecting the internal commentator from promoting negativity and self-sabotage to promoting positive and small achievements, which opens the spirit of the self and leaves the ego in check. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Yes, because the ego is like a ghost, in fact. And we could go really in depth with this at some point. But there actually is no ego death or anything like that, because the ego is a ghost. And if a child says that there is a ghost in the room, how do you get rid of the ghost? Who can get rid of the ghost? If a child says there's a ghost in the room, I'm scared, who can get rid of the ghost? How do you get rid of it? Now, most people might say that the child has to, but I say that there is no ghost. There is no ghost, guys. And so the whole point of getting rid of the ghost is irrelevant when you see it deeper. And the ego is the same exact way. It's like, how do we free ourselves from the ego? They're never There isn't an ego. It's a delusion. There never has been. There never has been an I. There never has been any of that. And if awakening, it is just seeing the reality of the way things have always been. So why would you get rid of the ghost? Well, this is just an analogy, you know what I mean? Like a kid is like, oh, there's a ghost in the room. Can you make it go away? Well, how do you make it go away? Well, there isn't a ghost. And so it's just seeing that. And so that is, this is an analogy, guys. Don't go too deep into saying, well, there are certain entities that, energetic entities that linger in areas. Yeah. But we're just talking analogies. So yeah, it's, Old Town says, with this outlook of your spirit, people probably cling to you for the ride. Yeah. So that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that often happens. But what I feel, and this is a great analogy. I love analogies, of course. But another great analogy is that when there are two logs, and one of them is burning really bright, super bright, and there's one log that is maybe not even caught fire yet, or it's just kind of smoldering. Now, if you put the two logs together, then they are both going to burn brightly. The log that was smoldering at first is going to start burning brightly as well. And when you take them apart, the original log is still burning just as bright. It doesn't take anything away from the original one because there's infinite energy. So it just, no matter how many logs is there, that one can just spread the light. And that's an analogy that I heard a long time ago that really resonated with me in the sense that you can just let energy flow. Just let energy flow. There's infinite amount of light and positive energy. Freebird, thank you for sharing your knowledge and experiences. I've spent many years just existing, not living. I can feel this is going to change that. Definitely, my friend. So many of us are just living. We're not thriving, and that is your birthright. That is your natural state, is to thrive and to be happy to be alive. If that's not the case for you, then you need to evaluate your life and find out what is blocking that from you, because that is naturally how you're designed to be. But most people don't even believe that. It's so deeply ingrained in them. They think that they're designed to have to take a bunch of medications and to feel depressed, and that they're designed, that they think that, well, this is just life. No, that's not life, guys. That's not, this is a product of a sick society in many ways. That I've been to cultures and seen people that would be considered very feral. I mean, mountain people, truly never been to school. I mean, and stuff, and then villagers in other countries and stuff like this, living with them, 3 months in the Moroccan fishing village and stuff, and they just exist on a whole different plane. They don't have this heavy weight of worries and burdens. They're just here and now, and the here and now is always free, and it's always pristine. Yes, Vera. Let's see here. Okay, I'm hoping Nate does a second live during the week. I could use it. Yeah, eventually I would be down for that. We do the Saturday one, yeah, and I know you guys are there as well. But that's a whole different thing. I don't get this deep with the Saturday guys because, most of them, they just want to know how to garden and stuff like that, and that's great. Obviously I love growing things. That's one of many passions, but that is actually just a small part of the light. That's just a small part of the passion, of the energy. That's a small part of infinite spirit going before me and opening the way. And infinite wisdom tells me what to do and what to say. That's just a small part of it. There's so much more to it, So yeah, if we start the other channel, Thrive Like a Viking, start it fresh, maybe there will be more people joining, and then I would definitely consider doing 2 lives a week, because I love doing these lives. To me, these are energizing. These are very energizing and feel good. So yeah, I think I probably will just start a fresh channel, so all of you guys will have to go over to that channel, and I know. But we'll all go to there, and then that will keep that community just people that want to get down like this, and we will do cold training and sauna training and breath work on that channel as well. But it will be about all of it about mental fortitude, mental and spiritual fortitude, and just ultimately awakening. Yes. So, ooh, that's a good one. Trish says, yeah, that channel's growing plants. This one is growing spirit. There we go. Fortify like a Viking. That's right. Definitely. Old Town says, what a way to channel your thoughts to a better life. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It just, oh man, when I think about yeah, it just still takes my breath away what a change it is possible to make in your life. How you can just change, everything can change just like that. That's why I don't buy it for 1 second when people are like, they'll never change. No, you'll never change then with that mentality. Anyone can change everything about their life in an instant. I know this to be true. Here we are. I redirected, but it takes effort at first, but I redirected all of those thoughts that were leading me down self-destruction, guys, into thoughts that are the opposite of self-destruction. So let's see here. Freebird says, Saturday is for our garden to grow. Mondays are for our spirits to grow. I will be replaying the meditation every morning. Good, Freebird. I'm glad that you're getting into it. Let's see. Trish says, seriously, by the time when Wednesday comes, I'm ready for another one of these streams. Yeah, maybe we'll do like a Thursday one. Once the new channel, we make that, once that passes 1,000 subscribers and we get, people into it and we get the energy and stuff like that, then we'll do 2. Yeah, we'll do 2. I can definitely do that. Brian says, letting go the chains is a blessing. Oh, absolutely, guys. The now is free. PA says, Nate, are you planning to get grazers when you get your land? If so, I would recommend you looking into holistic grazing. Alan Savory, Joel Salatin. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have looked into that. I'll definitely be getting some of that for sure. There's no doubt. Guys, check this out. I'll show you this real quick because we're about over. But what do you think? Just got this yesterday. And it says official platform or official thing. And then, let's see. Got the silver star. Yep. So the silver plaque, silver button. Not for this channel, of course, but for Garden Like a Viking, for passing 100,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, Infinite Spirit, going before me and opening the way. Truly. So, yeah. When this channel passes 1,000, the new channel, when it passes 1,000 subs, we'll do 2 of them a week. We can definitely do that. So, okay, guys. Well, it's, my birthday today. My samsara day, my rebirth day, we could say. That's what I used to say when I was really following in the Buddhist mindset. But now I know that there is no birth because there is no death. And there is only the one that is now and everywhere. But I know that doesn't make sense. But anyways. So, okay, guys. Amex says, I love your knowledge and sharing to help people. I continue struggling with getting things done. However, my garden is my place where nothing is a chore. Yes. Yes. Remember, write it down, and post it. Done is better than perfect. Just get it done. Start doing the thing in order to have the energy to do the thing. This is how it works, guys. This is how the human mind works. So we have to learn this more and more, and then we see that, okay, the human mind is designed to, once you start doing something, especially if it's repetitive in nature, then the mind just kind of gets accustomed to that, and we do that. These are survival techniques, mechanisms of the organism, that are hardwired in us, and we can use these techniques. There's all kinds of them. So, okay, Rachel says, that's a wonderful achievement in such a short space of time. Congrats on all your hard work paying off. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it, and I wish you full success on your channel as well, definitely. Brian says, Nate and all have a great day. Mattia says, congratulations. Thank you. Pam says, it does make sense to me. Okay, good. Yeah, I know. It will make sense to a lot of people still. Well, actually, disproportionately small amount of people, but that's why I value these so much, because it's practice on how to convey something that is almost unconveyable. It's how to use analogies and how to talk about things that cannot be spoken. Really, it's so it's just wonderful for all of us. Okay, guys, we will see you next time, and happy Re-embodiment Day, my dear brother Nate. Yeah, okay, thank you, John. That's a good way to put it. Yes, guys, every Monday at 10:30, I think I'll send out a notice if I'm going to actually start the other channel, by next week. We might go one more week, although I might just start it this week so we can just make the cut and all switch over. But you'll see if we start the new channel. It'll be called Thrive Like a Viking. Has to be the Viking, ethos kind of thing. So I will want to see you guys all there, and we will see you next time. Saturday, 12 noon, Garden Like a Viking. Monday, 10:30, Thrive Like a Viking. All right.